It's practice rolls.
Oh, it's fine.
Rolls.
You got to be all warmed up. I get it. Okay, here goes. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's There Will Be Dungeons Session 2. Bo is our DM, but John and Kristen and me and Kyle are all here also. Look how stark and serious we're beginning this one. Get in the mood, everybody. It's time for There Will Be Dungeons Session 2. Bo Schwartz, DM, take us back. What happened last week? Can we get a quick last week on There Will Be Dungeons? Can we get that? Where were we?
Well, if we're ready to get started, if we're just getting right into it, I just want to take a quick pause. Do DM notes.
DM note.
Okay.
And say thank you, everyone, for all the positive feedback from last week's show.
Yeah. It's been a little overwhelming. Yeah, a little overwhelming, to be honest. And way more... Not that I thought we were going to get negative feedback or anything, but it's not like you can't find your Dungeons & Dragons entertainment somewhere else, but many people really enjoyed finding it here, and I'm very happy about that as well.
You all were very generous, especially those of you who listened to 3 or 4 times over. That's
yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know there'll be another episode, guys. You can listen to it once. It's okay. All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm stoked.
So,
do you want to do kind of last where we were?
Yeah, I can situate us. That's why we're gonna jump right into it.
Okay.
All right. So last week, our heroes Nash, Hope, Stanley, and Vorel were living quiet lives in and around Dust Hill when the Hillmaster's loyal servant, Softhead, issued a personal summons to each for a fateful dinner at the Hillmaster's tent.
Yeah.
There, the Hillmaster asked if they would become Hillguard, protectors of poor Dust Hill, the only known livable settlement in the wasteland.
It's important to note, by the way, that Softhead is a shitty little gnome. Okay, keep going.
Thanks to a seemingly unending supply of water from the well at the center of town. The heroes accepted the charge, but the very next day, the water from the well ceased to bring water up to the surface. The people of Dust Hill panicked, and our heroes barely quelled a riot, placing the people of Dust Hill to work digging up the rock and sand around the well to diagnose the problem. Meanwhile, the Hillmaster promised he knew the true solution to fixing the well, and brought our heroes through a secret passage in the back of his tent, where he helped to guide them through a hall filled with traps. Once on the other side, the Hillmaster asked the heroes to wait while he crossed a wooden bridge and used a key to unlock the door to a chamber that he wished to remain private. As the door opened, the heroes saw a wall filled with skulls, an unexplained brightness, and a large silhouette grabbing the Hillmaster, putting a revolver to his head, and kicking the door closed. Our journey continues just outside that door, where our heroes consider their next move.
Dice will be rolled, you guys. Right here. Anybody need water? We're all good, right? We're all set. Everyone has water and things.
God has adopted the role of provisioner for the show.
Every good team needs a provisioner. Make sure you got water and candy. Okay, sorry, Bo. Go ahead there.
Nope. Just wanted to say that you are in the hall. I can re-describe it to you to refresh our memories. It's a cavernous area. It's about 20 to 30 feet in width, depending on where you are, because it varies. It's not cleanly cut cavern. There was some traps previous. It's dark. There are no light sources apart from whatever torches and lights you brought with you. I don't remember. Those of you with dark vision can see clearly. There's nothing hanging thick in the air. Towards the end of the corridor, there is a pit. At the end of it, sort of opens out from the cavern that you're in, and there's some like a rock face by that sort of juts up, and there's a man-made bridge fastened of wood and hempen rope, tying one end to the other across the 30-feet chasm. On the other side is a door, which is now closed. It looks wooden, with metal hinges and a metal lock and handle, and it is closed.
Okay.
And where is Billy's body in relation to all this and us?
Right. So Billy, one of the previous Hillguard, is impaled tape to head on what looks to be some kind of a spear trap that he must have triggered, and he's effectively behind you now in the middle of the corridor.
Even looking at it makes you go. You can almost hear how terrible it was. Almost.
It sounded exactly like that, I'm sure.
All right, that's where Billy is. Can you tell me again what there's a, and forgive me if you've already explained this or to any other further detail, but there was a wall just covered in skulls. Can you tell me where that is in orientation to us again?
That was on the other side of the door. You caught a brief glimpse of it.
Okay.
When the door was open and the Hillmaster went through.
All right, so we only saw that for a brief second. All right.
So now you tell me what you guys want to do, or you can talk to each other.
We've only had a week to think about this, so naturally everybody is very, very confused as to what to do.
Yeah. Here's what you want to know what my note was last week. Literally, this is the only note I have. We have the lizard necklaces.
Oh, that's right. Well, okay. While you guys are considering your movement, what to do next.
Yeah, I've got Kyle's necklace, but I don't know what to do with that damn thing. I don't think it has anything to do to help us here.
I'm wearing it.
I'm wearing mine as well.
Well, I've got mine on.
Nice. Yeah.
But it's on mine.
It was a wonderful gift.
Exactly, because we're honorable Hillguard.
Lizard takes this stuff very seriously. All right. Who wants to be leader here? Who wants to make a decision?
Well, clearly we're gonna have to go in and get him.
That's true, but I need a rest. I need to get some health back. It's a little rough if we go in there. And the lizardman, he's split in half.
I am, though I fear if we wait, our employer will be dead, his assassins will be gone, and we will be left in charge with mystery assassins. And that doesn't sit kindly with me.
I'm gonna have to agree with my scaly friend here. Now, look, I don't love our Hillmaster. I think he's shady at best. But we did agree to protect the town, and right now he's the only one seemingly working towards that goal. I think we're gonna have to do our best to get in there. Now, Vorel, remind me, I do believe you know someone on the other side of that door, potentially.
If it is Dharma, I will be most ashamed of my friendship.
Do you think you could maybe go up and check?
This ancient dungeon has a wooden bridge?
There's a wooden bridge. It's made of wooden planks. The planks are tied together, fastened with rope.
Vorel, don't forget last time
There
we
are
got caught.
rope handles on either side.
We got caught by a trap last time, dude. Me and the lizard, and I'm still recovering from that horrible accident.
I'm going to do an insight because I am a 280-pound lizardman, and I don't want to break the bridge.
Good idea.
20, not natural.
Okay. So you're checking, to be clear, you're checking it to see if it's safe to hold your weight?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you walk up to the bridge and without... I assume you don't want to stand on it, so you sort of pull on its
down on knee, put a hand, and start pushing. Yeah. Maybe give it a little rock.
It actually seems like a fairly secure bridge. It's looks, if you had to estimate, maybe it would hold 4. You'd be concerned if there were 4 or more people on this of average weight. So given that you're average weight for your species, but overweight for a human, you probably, would count yourself as 1.5 to 2 people of 4 total that maybe should be on there.
John, you know what you'd say if you were on that bridge, right?
What?
Gingerly.
Yeah, gingerly across.
Yeah.
Vorel, I noticed that strong as you are looking a little haggard. Now, I can help heal those wounds, but I'm afraid that if I do, that's going to be it for me until I can take a break.
I do have certain skills that I have been holding back.
Neeson lizard.
I merely do not want to frighten the soft folk, if you will. But I should be fine, and I hope you will not judge me on what I need to do in combat.
Now, the soft folk. Who are the soft folk? We met Softhead, so the little ones?
While you have impressive armors on the side of your head, which would stop me from biting sideways. The majority of your humanic form is juicy and easily popped.
Humanic
Point
form.
taken.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds great.
So I merely ask that if we should encounter a projectile, that I am free to charge in the direction I see fit, and no one will make it messier by getting in the way.
That sounds quite lovely to me. Thank you, Vorel.
Fantastic. I cross the bridge, or begin to,
Okay.
and safely, but I'm confident in my role, and I know this bridge is good for me.
And we're all right.
Okay.
We're all right behind him, I think. Right?
Before we resolve the action that Kyle has proposed, or Varel, are you standing? Is anyone moving to any position? Right now, you're just standing in the corridor.
I'm gonna stealth.
So you're gonna hide somewhere.
If I can. See if I can kind of slink into the shadows a bit.
Okay.
Blend into the rock face.
Can you make a stealth check?
Heck yes. Let's go 14.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, you're not convinced you're exceptionally stealthy. However, there are stalactites on the safe side of the bridge, your side. Not stalactites, it's stalagmites. There's rock formations that you can use to give you half cover.
Okay.
So you're not convinced you wouldn't be seen from the door, because you have all of your equipment on you, and you don't have any special powers to make yourself any more invisible than you are. So the rock face will serve as partial cover for you.
Cool.
I would be walking up to the edge, but not onto the bridge, waiting to confirm that he got across before I went up to it.
Okay, so you're standing at the edge of the bridge. Nash, do you move, or what do you do? Keep in mind, it has to be something 6 seconds, because Vorel is on his way to go to the door now at this point. It's sort
Okay.
of
All right.
So
And
it's your reaction to what he's doing that I'm looking for.
I'm waiting back here until I see he's gone completely over. I still don't completely trust the scaly lizard man.
I love it. I love this. Okay, so Vorel begins to walk, and as you walk, the bridge seems safe. It does, dip slightly under your weight. It is tied together with rope, but nothing unexpected. The pit down, you can't see anything on the pit, but you're walking, up to the door. Now, is your plan to knock on it or do anything with the door, or are you just walking across the bridge? I meant to ask.
Is there a landing that I can sort of get onto before contacting the door?
Actually, no. There's no landing on the other side.
Oh,
of
the
bridge.
door. Wait, the bridge runs right to the door edge.
The door is right in the wall of the.
Oh,
I don't know why I thought there was a
Rock
landing too.
I did
Yeah.
too. That's a
I
strange
pictured it
bridge.
in my mind's eye. We all saw the same thing, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I will go up to the door first. I'll give a little human thumbs back.
Before he does, I would like to inspire him.
Okay. What does that sound like?
So, as he turns around to give me his lizardy thumbs up to gain approval of what he's about to do,
Yeah.
I slowly reach down to, it's been kind of somewhat concealed by a cape up to this point, but hanging at my side is this old-looking electric megaphone, for anybody who would recognize what that is. And I lightly begin to just drum my fingers on the side of the megaphone. And as I do, you see very faintly the gray eyes that I have slowly begin to get a flash of neon pink swirling within them.
Whoa.
And as it does, I just say, Vorel, you have proven yourself to be a mighty warrior, very capable, and the Hillmaster has brought you himself to be one of his selected aides. There is nothing you can't do.
Can I inject a story point here?
Oh my God, Kyle's never gonna make it across the bridge.
Hold on, it's a quick thing. It's a quick
There's a lot
thing.
going on.
This is an important character point for Nash Maggard. He is very untrustworthy of the old ways, meaning the people that came before and left nothing but wreckage and craters of bomb explosions. Those who came before the great time of the wastes, I don't trust them, and I don't trust their machines. I don't like any of the stuff they used to do. So when he suddenly whips out that I hadn't seen this whole time hidden behind his cloak, this ancient artifact of a time long gone, brings it to his mouth, yells these things, and I see this stuff on his face.
Oh, it's not to my mouth. I don't think you can even see it.
So I can't even see it?
Right?
Yeah, I'm behind you. So I can't even see what you're holding.
I'm not holding it. It's just sitting at my waist.
Okay, so then I'm doing this. I really don't trust that guy now.
Cause and effect.
Oh, man.
Because I don't know what you're doing. You've done something that's weird, and it's all striking me as like, this is something you maybe could have told us about before we got in here, kind of feeling he's got. So I just want people to know that about him, and this isn't anything we need to roll for or do. He's just feeling, oh my gosh, dude, I don't know who's on what side in here. Like, I'm still very skeptical of everybody.
We're gonna need some relationship scores for Scott on his character.
It's like a BioWare game. I just got a big -6 over the top of my head as I was doing.
You're gonna have to provide him with gifts he can give people.
Right.
Sure,
Yeah,
remember that.
Right.
I found this shiny rock.
Yeah, John, if you don't get your reputation score with Nash up, you won't have romance options with him. So
Darn it! I know. He's like the hardest one in this game. He gets mad at everything.
Yeah.
all right.
So that inspiration would give Kyle a decent.
Okay,
Give
so
Vorel a decent.
do you know how bardic inspiration works, Kyle? And for the
No.
rest of the group? Yeah.
I
So
don't either.
basically, the bard can give someone I think it's a bonus action to give you a dice that you can use before or after any roll, or is it just attack roll?
It is. Let me find it. It's right in front of me.
But while he looks, it's before or after any d20 roll. I know it's attack rolls it works. It may also work for saves and may not work for saves, but ability checks.
Yeah, and I would add.
So
a
you
D6
get a
like-
D6. You can roll the die, add the number you rolled to any ability check, attack roll, or save throw.
Oh, it is
So
safe. Okay.
basically, anything you do, you can add a D6 after you've rolled to see what you got. If you're not happy with the level of it.
Nice.
Sweet. Well,
last
I mean,
10 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
awesome. Well, he stoked me. I mean, he told me basically what I heard was, "You're the strongest man in the world, then do a strong thing." I walk up to the door and say, "Don't be Dharma," and go to open it and throw it open.
Are you gonna break it open?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
he
you're
was-
breaking it open.
He got me stoked, man.
All right, so here's that.
Okay.
He's broken
Wait,
the door
he-
open.
He hasn't broken the door.
Oh,
open.
he's attempted to do it.
We gotta fight the door,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Fist slam and then both hands on the wall and just digging in.
Okay. So describe you. Are you, just so I understand it correct, are you putting your fingers in and splitting it in two? Are you punching it down? Are you charging into it? Like, what's the?
Well, we saw it open and then close towards us, so I am
Right.
feet back, fully
Pushing
leaned
it
into it, pushing it open.
Okay. So as you walk across, now you guys have all done your best to make a lot of noise doing this.
Oh, wait! Before you say this, I needed to do a check on something. I forgot. Can I do a check on a thing?
No,
Yeah,
I'm resolving something.
Oh shit! All right.
So Vorel walks up to the door and goes to push on it. And initially, you place your weight on it, but you were heard coming, and the door opens, and you roll a dexterity save, please.
Door's open.
But the door was going to be more challenging than it's proved to be so far.
It's a 13.
It's the level 1.
The 13.
Did I use the
yeah.
inspire now? Make sure I don't fall on my face in front of the bad guy?
It's up to you.
I can't. If I tell you the result, it'll be too late. So
Yeah, no, let's use it because this was the thing I was inspired about anyway, so I'm still stoked. 17.
Okay,
18
17.
total.
So the door flies open, and you see a rather humongous-looking male human. You recognize him, one of the old Hill Guard. It's Thomas. And so he opens it, and you're expecting to push it, so you almost fall in prone on the ground. But however, you rolled a excellent dexterity saving throw through your inspiration, and you managed to put a foot down and be sort of in a ready position. Now he's got an assault rifle pointed at you,
Oh my gosh.
Oh
and
my
he says, "You need to leave now. Get out.
And he cocks it.
Get out. And that goes for all of you back there too. You get the fuck out of here."
We just want the hill guy.
He speaks the old tongue, I'd say.
You have 1 second, and he looks at you. Back up now. And And you have a foot in the room. So before you make your decision, you see that you're in a cylindrical room. And you see that the light that you saw there, they're halogen lights, electric lights, up on the ceiling of this room. All around the room, the walls are covered in skulls, in legit skulls. You take with your quick glance, you see Dharma behind him in the corner over the Hillmaster. You see Holga, the halfling Hillguard. And you also make out a giant pipe in the middle of the room, and around it is this machinery. In particular, there's one cement slab with a small little piece of machinery all by itself. And the last thing you see in the corner is there appears to be some kind of sarcophagus standing straight up with a rather large skeleton, like with its arms crossed in it on the left side. And the Hillmaster's going, "Please don't hurt me! Please don't hurt me!" to the two other guys. You can hear him begging for his life in the corner. This all happens in the span of a second based on all the input into your senses.
Okay,
But Thomas wants you to leave. He's got his gun up, and it's in your face.
All right, I will look past him and say, Dharma, why?
So Dharma looks to you and says, "Vorel, I'm saddened to see you here, brother, but you have to leave now."
I'm saddened too. And I enter my rage!
Oh my gosh, he's going right into
All right, we're going into it.
He's aggro.
All right, roll
dude.
for initiative.
That is aggro as hell.
Please roll your initiative score. This is our first combat.
Yeah!
I imagine Scott has a sound for that.
I do. Well, I have a bunch of sounds for it. 18.
So 18 Nash.
Yeah. I forgot what hit point I'm at, by the way. Can I get a reminder on how much I got hurt and then healed for last week? I didn't. I thought I put it in, but I didn't.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
It was 7. It was 7 down. I know that. And then it was how much? John, do you know how much you healed me for?
It was 4.
Okay.
It was 5 because I was impressed with how small it was.
Oh well, then I'm back to.
I was impressed by how bad.
Well, if
I
that's
remember
true,
making an issue out of it.
if that's the case, I'm back to full health. So that's great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It still sucks. It still sucks.
My initiative was 12.
12.
Oh my god, that's so low.
Yeah, thank you.
Then you're gonna hate mine.
Yeah, Burrell, what do you have?
8.
We can go lower.
Choked on my water.
7.
Oh my god, you guys.
No.
This is bad.
And they all died on a bridge.
All right.
Never to
I'm
be
not on
seen.
the bridge. I didn't step on that bridge.
Yeah, I'm still behind. I'm back where you are, ish.
Actually, it's not that bad, you guys. I'm rolling initiative for my guys as well, or not my guys. They're not mine. I don't want them to win or anything.
No.
Oh, no.
No, who would want that
Nobody
at
wants
all?
that. Nobody wants that.
Okay. And one more. So there's 3 of them in the room with you. Nash, you're up first, buddy.
Holy shit. Okay.
So what you're seeing is you see Vorel almost fall because the guy swings the door open when he tries to go in. There's a bunch of him yelling to get out, and you do enter your rage. Just so you know that the triggering of combat, you don't have to do that on your turn. So I don't know exactly if that's like a bonus action or a full action. I think you just do it, right?
Yeah,
As a
it's
bonus?
as a bonus action, right? So
But you are in your rage currently.
If I had in mind, okay, here's what's going on in my head. All right, so here you go. This is bad, but I could send an earth tremor in there. I wonder if it would hurt the lizard man. So now you got to tell me if that's bad for the lizard man.
So if you go to
The wind in the background, by the way.
if you go to your character sheet, it'll there, on the bottom right, your spells will be there, and it'll tell you what the spells.
Well, it says
do.
right here,
I don't know them all.
I create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on the Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. The spell's damage increases 1d6 when you reach 5th level. Blah, blah, blah. So there's level stuff in there. So basically it's an AoE kind of disabling damagey thing that will affect people in the room. But if it's saying everybody but me, maybe that answers my own question.
So it's a thunderous Thunder Wave is the one you're referring to?
Yeah, Thunder. Sorry, Thunder. Oh, did I say Earth Tremor or Thunderclap?
Yeah. So actually, that is in a cubic. It's in a cube area around you of 15 feet. You're nowhere near. There's 30 feet of bridge to cross before you do that. Now, so let's talk about this because we're all sort of doing combat for the first time. Some of us don't know what all the options are. On a turn of combat, you get to do one action, and you get to move up to 30 feet. And what you can do is you can do your action, move 30 feet. You can move 15 feet, do your action, and move another 15 feet, or any number of it, or move a full 30, then do your action.
Can I see if I go if I take an action and move midway down the 30-foot bridge, I move 15 feet in, will I be able to see these various foes, or at least one of them, and will I be in range of them at that point?
Just getting out my map here. So for you to run across the bridge, you would be able to hit Thomas and Varel. You would make it to the other side of the bridge on your turn.
Yeah.
But you would hit Thomas and Varel, not the other two in the back.
Okay. Okay, I still want to do... Well, shoot. I can see Thomas and Varel. And they're all in trouble. Nobody's being spared here, right? Like they all have red lines over their heads.
I mean, you can hit whoever you want, but yes, Thomas, Holga, and Dharma are the old hill guard.
All right. Well, I want to try this. I want to move up the 15 feet.
Okay, so you're halfway across the bridge.
Yeah, and I want to cast Thunderclap.
Okay, so Thunderclap will hit Vorel and will hit Thomas. Is that? Oh, Thunderclap, not Thunderwave.
Yeah, Thunderclap. Thunderclap says. Burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature, it doesn't say each character or each anybody. It says each creature within that range, other than me, must succeed. But is he considered a creature?
I thought you were talking about Thunderwave, but this is Thunderclap. The range of this one is 5 feet.
Oh, it's okay. Thunderwave is...
You'd have to run right across, and yeah, Thunderwave has a smaller AoE area.
Yeah.
It can be heard... Oh, it can be heard 100 feet away.
Yeah, it can be
it's
heard...
weird, in the range, in the short tips, it says 5 feet. So yeah, that's going to be everyone in the corridor is going to have to make a save, I think.
Oh shit! I don't want to do that to everybody because that affects everybody, including Kristen,
including Stanley and Hope and everyone else. 100 feet, yeah.
Okay. I'm walking. I'm midway through the thing now.
It's the weirdest sounding bridge I've ever heard in my life.
So I'm there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to do? What? I'm thinking, hold on. All right. Seriously, this is a problem. I have to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. If I do a wave of thunderous force, that's only a 15 cube. Okay, so that would actually work. All right, DM, I want to do... that's what I want to do is Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you.
Yeah.
15-foot cube originating from you.
It won't affect John, and it won't affect Kristen, and I don't want to affect them right now. It may affect Varel. He may have to do a saving
throw. It will affect Varel, and it is a Constitution saving throw, so I think his con is okay, actually, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But he might not like you anymore. All right, so make a... So describe your spell casting. What does it look like?
All right, so I hold on. I put my hands together. And a wave of thunderous force sweeps out in front of me, taking everybody by surprise that can freaking see it, especially those bastards in the back of the room.
Okay.
Varel's like, shit.
All right, so roll your save.
All right.
Kyle?
Ooh, 10.
10? Okay. All right, so you're taking 2d6 points of damage.
Really?
Scott, you can...
Shit.
Ooh.
Yep.
I really thought he'd roll higher.
What type of damage?
The team killing has begun.
It is... so, hold on. Yeah, what kind of damage? Thunder damage.
Okay.
Is that bad?
Yeah, I'm not resistant to that one while raging.
Oh shit! I should have coordinated with you, but you were like running in like a crazy lizard. You were like, "Bruh, I'm going in," and I went, "Oh shit!" and I fired it. And I'll admit, character-wise, I was a little premature with what I chose to do. All right.
All right.
He's freaked out. We're in this situation. I don't even know why I'm down here. I don't even care about that Hillmaster at this point. And he's just like booking it. I'm like, oh shit! And out it comes.
Okay, so Did that drop you to 0, Varel?
How much?
Did that drop you to 0?
All I got
we
was
have-
2d6.
Sorry, it's 2d8. I made a mistake. Thunderwave is 2d8.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Scott.
I didn't know it was that hardcore. Is it really?
Yeah, we're very too busy to read what spells we have. We just cast them.
Well, I'm
That's how
looking at it.
sorcery
You're right. It is 2d8. I mean, since you screwed up, does that give me a mulligan and I can take it back?
works. Did I screw up?
Own it.
It's
Oh,
already
no.
rolled.
You
that's what you
committed,
Look
did.
at the
man.
narrative now.
It's D&D now. This is the.
No, I don't
lifeblood
mean
of
that. I
D&D.
You
mean-
need to consider your options a bit better there, Nash.
So hold on. He's not down to 0, is he?
Wait, what's the damage?
He doesn't
Damage.
die if he doesn't die immediately if he's down to 0 unless you do an absolute monster amount of damage.
So what do I need to roll for this?
2d8.
2d8. Hold on.
Roll ones.
Come on.
Where's my other one? All right.
Okay.
0.
Wait.
Wait, that's a
What?
10 sided.
I'm
Zero
sorry,
isn't an
10.
option.
Sorry,
Yeah.
10.
And also, if you rolled a 0, that's not a
No,
D8.
that's a D10. You rolled the wrong dice.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
D8.
Hold on. Where's the 8?
It's the diamond. It's the
I
perfect
found it.
little
Okay, here we go.
diamond.
4.
Okay.
And I need one more, right?
Yep.
Yep.
3. 3.
That's the perfect 7.
Does that put you at 0?
That puts me at 0.
Oh, shit!
Exactly 0.
Varel, you drop to the ground,
All right.
He's not dead yet.
Why did I do that,
but
though?
he's unconscious and he's clinging to life. He will die on 3 failed saving throws, or if someone in the room decides to, coup de grace? They give him a coup de grace and kill him. So, Varel's down.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's me who doesn't trust them?
Wait, no,
Wait,
let's
but now
stop.
you
No,
get to
don't.
roll damage on the bad
Don't
guy.
stop the
Yeah, roll
conversation
roll
there,
damage on
please.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
Roll damage on the bad
All
guy.
right, hold on. 9. Oh, no, that's
Nice.
not wrong one. Hold on. It's a D8.
I was gonna say that's a real good D8.
One of those
Sorry,
new ones.
4.
Yep.
I still get 2, right?
Yep.
8.
Does
Okay.
he add anything
Wow.
with like a modifier on those?
No, not for this one.
No, for this one.
Only for his attack roll if he makes one, but because there's no attack roll on it. It just hits.
Yeah, so it's 12. 12
It's a
total.
save throw. So Thomas actually goes, ah! This is like, it's so loud. It's so loud.
Does he drop
Blood
his gun?
flies out of his ear. He does get pushed back. He does sort of like instinctively run out of the way of the sound because it hurts so much. I'm just reading what the effects are. So he's actually pushed back into closer to where the Dharma and Holga are, and they're he doesn't run into them or anything, but they're all bunched up together in that back corner. So he's clutching his hand in pain. I imagine he was clutching his head in pain. He did drop his gun, so it is on the ground.
So,
actually.
so
That makes
other
sense.
other than me taking down our tank, pretty good deal there. This is an effective, well done to Nash Magard, everybody. Clap him on the back.
You look around, everyone's just
All right.
staring at you,
So-
deadpan expression.
Lessons learned, maybe, right? Okay, so it was 12 damage to the Hillguard, right?
Sorry.
Okay, so it is now. So Dharma now looks
12.
very regretful. He's actually in shock that his friend Vorel has gone down, and he tosses aside his gun and runs up to Vorel to provide him to try and
Aw.
stabilize him with a medicine check.
Oh, look at that.
He's like, and he looks at Nash and he's like, "You bleeding idiot!" and
I did
He
the
goes to
equivalent of
Vorel.
it's like I shit my pants and I only meant to toot. That's what happened.
it's appropriate analog or analogy for a sorcerer.
Yeah.
So Dharma is able to stabilize Vorel. I mean, Vorel still has 0 hit points, but he is not on death's door through applying some ointments that he's got this survival bag because he's a hill guard and like life is really shitty when you're in the desert all day. So he's got like these emergency ointments that he's applying to your ears because that's where the fatal blow was. So he's sticking his fingers in your ears, your lizard ears, which he took him a minute to try and find them because I don't even know where they are, and he doesn't really either. But yep. So just on the side of your head, you have these big white swaths of ointment. Okay, who's next? That's his turn. It is Holga. Now Holga takes a beat at you. She's less forgiving than Dharma, it would seem, and lifts up her assault rifle and takes a shot at Nash.
Oh, hold on. The assault rifle?
Sorry, it's not an assault rifle. This one's a hunting rifle.
Oh, all right. Here you go.
Yep.
Right.
Perfect.
She's shot.
Okay, so she takes up a shot at you in a hurried panic, but her emotion gets the best of her. Can I just have your AC before I confirm this, actually? Because I don't even know what it is. It's like 12 or something, right?
Hold on.
There'll be
12.
armor
Wait.
class up at the top.
Wait, who are we talking about? Me? We're talking about me, right?
Nash,
Yeah.
yeah, she's shooting at you.
My armor class is... Hold on a second. Where is it? On the sheet. I can't find it.
Up at the top, if you're on the site, under defenses, it says a number and then armor
Oh,
class.
13. Sorry, 13.
13. Okay, so she panics and takes a quick shot at you with her hunting rifle, the Hill Guard,
Yeah.
or the Hill Master, and the shot goes wide. You can hear it whiz past your head, and it's also a loud bang, so there's a lot of loud noise happening in this tiny room right now.
Yeah.
You guys are going deaf.
Okay.
The next person's turn is Stanley.
Well, having seen my comrade fall in battle, I'm going to... Can I make it all the way to him in one movement? Because I was at the edge of the bridge.
It's 30 feet to cross the bridge, so you'll be at the mouth of it. Vorel is on the inside, on the ground on the inside, but he's on the ground prone, so you can step over him. Will be difficult terrain. And Nash is standing in the doorway as well. It can fit about 2 people wide, so...
I just want to get to where I can touch Vorel.
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were standing near the edge of the bridge, so you can dash it, or not. You can use your movement to walk across the bridge and touch him.
Okay. So I'm going to walk across the bridge, and I'm going to reach down, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Vorel.
Okay.
And then that's just a straight roll to see how much I heal, right? I don't have to see if it hits or takes or anything like that.
No, it's fine. You just tell him how much he's got to heal.
And as I do this, as a bonus action, I just look up at Dharma and I say, "Thank you for being decent. We didn't come here to fight." And you regain 11 hit points.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Jeez.
Okay, now, even though you've regained hit points, you are you have enough awareness to sort of maybe crawl out of the way of the door and lean against the wall, but you will require a long rest or suffer levels of exhaustion at this point.
And then I say, I assume all is forgiven, lizard man.
Oh, and your rage is done.
Oh, yeah. No, if anything, I awaken to the face of Dharma and put one big lizard hand on the side of his face. And say,
Nice.
I know
wonderful.
you are honorable, before laying back.
All right, good move, Stanley. Next, it is Vorel. Yeah, okay, there you go.
That was my move. I caressed his face.
Okay, so it's Thomas's turn.
Oh, no, I didn't get one.
You're 7, but Thomas is an 8, so he's actually next on
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So Thomas, so he, having dropped his gun, he takes out this big kind of like wooden club. It looks like he's beaten walls with it for centuries, and he charges at Nash with a melee attack. So he's running back towards you after having done that, and he's going to try and clock you in the head with his club. Here it comes, Scott. Okay, so he goes to club you in the head, but he trips on the concrete slab. You see his foot in his rage. He actually falls face first into the ground.
Oh my gosh.
And his body doesn't seem to be moving. I think he might have hit himself really hard.
Level 1s, man.
Yep.
So you're safe. All right, your turn, Hope.
All right, I'm gonna come out from cover and walk across the bridge with my shotgun up, making sure, not on Dharma, but the chick in the background, since Thomas is now lying prone on the ground. And I'm going to walk the full 30 feet, slowly make my way around Nash and get in position in front of him with that shotgun pointing over my friends. And I'm going to roll a persuasion. We don't need to fight anymore. We just want to talk. What is going on? With 23.
The 23. What check is this? Sorry.
Persuasion, to get them to stop fighting.
Okay, well, Dharma's stopped fighting. He's healing Varel, and Thomas is just out. He just took a hard fall there.
Maybe he can hear me and he's great, but we need to stop this.
And so Holga looks around and takes stock of the situation, realizes she's outnumbered and her side is falling fast, and drops the hunting rifle onto the ground.
Thank you.
She says, "You guys really shouldn't be involving yourself in this. We really wish you would just leave."
We wish
Why are
we
you
could
here?
too.
Why are you here? What do you mean? Why are you here? This is Hilgard. This is Hilgard business. Why are you involving yourself in Hilgard business? Why are you down here?
Take off my necklace and hold it out. We're all Hilgards now.
I love it.
I don't think they know what that is. Pharrell made it. They don't have one.
She looks at you with a puzzled face and goes, "That's got nothing to do with being a." Did the Hillmaster? What's going on? And the Hillmaster kind of his leg is broken. Remember from the trap he set off.
Yeah, where is he physically? Where is he located right now? I forget.
He's on the ground in the back, lying on the ground. He's been beaten a little bit, you can tell, and but he's looking very exhausted and kind of loopy. And he's like, "Do not listen to them. My Hilgard are here to rescue me. Please do not listen to their lies. They are lying. They are here to overthrow me. Please do not listen to them." And Holga turns around and gives him another crack with her fist. Pretty strong for a halfling. I don't think you've ever seen a halfling.
I've started grabbing the assault rifles and anything that could be used as a weapon and taking them off to the side and standing guard.
Okay. And then Holga turns back to you and says, This tyrant has been here keeping us oppressed under his thumb with his secrets that only he can run Dust Hill, because he has the power to stop or to make the well flow, and he needs to be overthrown. And that's why we're here. If you need to get involved, we're here to kill him. And the Hillmaster says, he's like, no, he's like, it is not true. But he's like, he really wants to express more, but you can tell he's had a fair share of meetings for the day, and exhaustion's taking him over. So Holga says, "Now I imagine you're the new Hilgard, and so if you're going to honor your new master, then you're here to kill us. So we just ask that you make it quick."
I'm not here to kill anybody. I'm just trying to figure out why the water stopped.
And then she looks and she says, "Well, we stopped the water. We came down here to lure him down here to kill him. We took the
an insight check to see if she's telling the whole story about why they came down here and all that.
Yes, please.
Roll away.
Roll that.
14.
Okay, there's nothing about her body language that provides any hints to you or seems insincere.
Okay.
She says, "We came down here to kill the Hilgard and to free Dust Hill. And he came down here like we anticipated. And now, but you guys are here. We didn't expect him to have a new. What are you guys say? You are Hilgard?
Yes.
How was that? Why would you agree to working for this person? We were born here. You guys look all like your visitors."
Well, I always try to help out when people are in need, and the water stopped. It sounded like a good thing to help with.
Plus, we have these rad necklaces.
All right, and as you say that,
am I missing all these compliments on my necklaces because I'm deaf on the floor?
No, he should be up at this point, right?
He's got to rest. You're semi-conscious. We'll say you're semi-conscious, but you're drifting.
He can perceive that we're saying things about him, though.
Right,
I thought as soon as you got healed, you were back in it.
No, that doesn't
work.
Well,
I figured with the broken leg and the heel not working, then I'm probably still ruptured from.
So
thunderclapping.
when someone suffers mortal damage that they go down, you have to stabilize them.
Yeah.
And then healing them will prevent them from being killed, but they don't get back up. It's not a video game. This is Dungeons and Dragons. People don't just get back up.
Well,
from a little heal spell.
no, I'm
So get lurch, bro.
Yeah.
All right. As you were conversating with Holga, you hear a gunshot ring out through the hole. And everyone looks around to see where it come from, what hit.
Because I've got the guns.
Yeah, you turn back and you look at Holga, and you see she's got there's a hole of blood dripping down her head.
Oh, geez.
And she just sort of slumps to her knees and falls over.
Dang.
And based on the trajectory, with a quick assessment, you look back, and the only logical place, since you have all the guns, that the shot could have come back was the direction you came from down the hall.
Wait, the only person down there is Hill Master Jim Bob on the ground, right?
No one's back there. Everyone's in the room with you.
Oh, I don't like this.
Can I run to the door and do a perception to see what I can see?
Where do you run? When you run to the door, can you describe it a little more where you're standing?
Yeah, I would be careful to be behind it and peeking around quickly to see what I can see.
Okay, so you peek out to see, but you don't have dark vision, and
I
the
do
light
have
is all.
dark vision.
Oh, you do have dark vision.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, sorry about that. So you peek out with your, exceptional dark time seeing, and you make out a silhouette of a very small humanoid.
Oh
with a very long gun, sort of crouched, lying prone in a corner, holding the gun out.
Shut the door!
In the process of reloading.
Oh my gosh.
Shut the door!
I pulled the door closed.
Do we have
you
anything
close
to
the
prop
door.
up against it?
As you close the door, you hear another shot ring out, and you hear an impact on the wooden door.
Is there anything to prop up against the door?
Uh,
Like a
down
lock.
at Varel.
yeah, everything in the room is quite heavy. Everything in the room is quite heavy.
Okay.
So there doesn't appear to be anything you could easily lift up and put against
Cool,
the door.
and no lock on the back
Except
or
for-
anything.
Except for maybe Varel. You could put him against the door.
But what's
I'd be
the
afraid a bullet goes through the wood.
But even then, what's the point of putting something on the door if he's a sniper? I mean, it's not like there's a giant troll trying to get through the door. He's just a dude at range shooting, right? Like, I don't think putting anything against the door is going to help anyway. He'll just keep shooting through the wood, I guess. I don't know.
After you hear that shot, you don't hear any more shots.
So shots are done?
Well, for now, the door's closed.
For now.
Presumably, the shots came from outside, so he's not shooting at
This
the
is
door
how
in front
quiet it
of you.
gets, you guys. This is how quiet it gets. Someone did that in the cave.
Had me excited sometimes.
You know, she's so positive and so up that she'll even take credit for the fart in the room. I love it. You're my
My mama
favorite.
raised me
You're my
right.
favorite character in all of D&D history ever.
Now that the excitement of combat has ebbed away, one of the things you do notice, Hope, is that you look over at Nash, and you kind of see the place, because usually his hood's over his head,
Yeah.
and you can't really see his face, but you see an intense glowing redness coming from his eye. And so Hope stops to stare at you and just look at this, like, why is his eye glowing at Nash? And you look back at her and you see her horns, her tiefling horns, which
Little ram
there.
horns.
Yeah, they're I mean, they're solid, right? I don't know what they're made with, like cartilage, like whatever the matter
Probably
might be. That
Bone or
Bone?
something.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they've actually they're actually floating off of her head, right? They're
Whoa.
not bone. They're like in this gelatinous kind of state, like they're underwater, like they would be like a seaweed underwater, floating off of her head for an unexplained. And she doesn't know that that's happening, and you don't know that the other thing's happening, but you're both staring at each other like, what's going on with that person?
Wow.
So that's happening.
Okay, so we're noticing these two things that didn't never happen before, but they're happening now in the midst of this altercation, and that is very
Nash,
curious.
you're glowing red. Do you usually glow red? Does he usually glow red? Am I the only one seeing this?
I
Listen,
just kind of shrug, looking at all this.
I can explain it if you want to know.
I'd love to.
Here's the deal. This is all you need to know. When I'm filled with arcane power and magic, my left eye glows. Otherwise, it's sightless. That's why I need you and your dark vision, you weird little man over there with a horn attached to his leg.
May I remind everybody that there is a sniper outside of this door?
Oh, right. That's totally true. We should take care of that.
Dharma, do you know anything about this place? Do you know how it works? How did your people even get in here?
We came down here because we knew of the Hillmaster's secrets, and so we just plotted our murder of him. Poor Holga. He actually moves over to Holga right now, just holds her in his arms.
Okay, what secrets? Tell us now. What secrets?
I'll walk over and put a hand on his shoulder as he's mourning the loss of.
Well, look around. The secret room full of skulls. What is this place? And why is it so important to have the water in here? This is the first time I've been in here too, and look at it.
Are you saying he's killed all these people?
I don't know. We have to ask him, but we were trying to ask him, and then the lizard man ran in the door.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, can I perform any sort of check to see if I can discern what exactly this place is and does?
Okay, so you take a look around, and these are, we do an inventory of everything unusual you see about this place. Again, there's halogen lighting up, so the room is well illuminated. It's very hot and very musky in the room. There's a lot of detritus on the floors, mainly bone or ground bone matter. It all just looks like bone and dust.
Yeah.
On the walls are skulls fastened into the wall, and they look old. They don't look like these freshly polished skulls or anything. They're dirty and disgusting looking, and it's covered all around. This is this incredible sight, to be honest. Except if it weren't for the smell and the heat. Now, in the center of the room is a pipe, which you presume to be where the well runs, actually. If you had to take a guess, it's a big, long pipe from top to bottom. In the middle area, there's a large piece of machinery that you surmise must be some sort of pump or device that, helps bring water up from the ground. And on the other side of it, so you know how an engine will run a piece of equipment like that, you see sort of where there should be I don't know, I can't remember what we call it, but there's where you put a fan belt. So a crank, a mechanical crank.
Right.
And the fan belt is taken off, it has been taken off, but it's still hanging there. On the other side, on the concrete slab, there is a 5-inch by 5-inch by 5-inch, really black looking. It looks like an engine, but a really small one. It's got, if you've seen them on cars before, the sight of it looks immediately familiar to you. And it's just sitting by itself on this concrete slab, and it's obsidian. You can almost see your reflection in it. It's weird metal that you've never really encountered before, but it's kind of looking familiar. The other features of the room are there's a concrete sarcophagus with the skeleton standing up and its arms crossed like this. In there, it seems to be wearing some sort of old rusted crown on it.
Is this the same skull or same skeleton as when we came in the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sort of re-describing a bit now that everyone's in there.
Okay.
In the back too, you can now see that there's a giant fuel tank. It stands about 8 feet off the ground, is about that wide, and it has some piping leading to this big machine that looks like it has a funnel at the top and a bit of an opening. And that's a full catalog of everything you see in the room right now.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Well, never mind. I had a thing. I'm not going to say it, though. Should I say it? I'll tell you. You guy, I think he's been burning people and putting them in this machine and melting their flesh and keeping their skulls. He's some kind of psycho.
I look over at the Hillmaster. Is that what you've been doing?
The Hillmaster sort of rolls his eyes and says, "You all really should not be in here. The secrets in here, they're too terrible. If the people found out about what's in here, they would not be very happy."
I'm gonna walk over and kind of squat down in front of him, not holding the shotgun, but I'm gonna rest the shotgun on my leg with the barrel facing him, and I'm gonna roll a persuasion to see if I can get him to tell us what's going on with 23.
Okay.
How the machine works.
Okay. He looks at you and having listened to your argument, realizing that his fate might be tied to his behavior here, considering the violence that's just happened, says, the well is powered by this room. This room is very important to how the whole of Dust Hill lives. This water pump here brings the water from deep in the ground up to the surface. But it has run for hundreds and hundreds of years, long before I was born. In fact, that skeleton there that you see, watching over it, that is the first Hillmaster. And he is guarding this because it is priceless. And we have had people try to steal it and break it before, but it is needed for the people of Dust Hill to survive. And I have found that the best way to keep the town protected above is just to keep it a secret. So I haven't told anybody. But it seems today is a fateful day. Now that there, over there by itself, that obsidian engine you see there, you must promise me you will not tell anyone what transpires here before I tell you.
I won't.
Promise me. You there in the hood. Promise me, hoodman.
You're asking for a promise, huh? Well, I hadn't thought about
That's
this.
my relationship score.
Well, since it's nothing you have to roll on,
I just want to find out what's going on here and get out.
Okay. Well, and you, talking man, elf man.
you're the talking man, John.
Stanley Billings, the talking man. You promised me too.
I love it.
I just roll my eyes at him.
Look, this is serious. If you do not keep your promise, terrible magic will come to kill you, and it will not be me. This room is filled with danger. You must believe me that you're not going to tell anyone.
Pump works. You are not in a position to negotiate here.
Fine, I cannot be responsible for you. Your fate is your own. This is a dragon engine, what is sitting on this.
Oh, shit!
Yes, you know what those are? They are things of legend. People kill for them. And it is my job to protect it.
I'm gonna insight, make sure that's true, because that's a big deal.
Yeah, because I'm over in the corner going,
I thought they'd be bigger.
Okay.
Me too. That is. This is insight, right?
yeah.
19.
Okay. There's nothing about his demeanor that clues you in to anything, any new information. You feel that he probably is speaking the truth, at least how he sees it. So during this as well, Varel, you've sort of come into consciousness a little bit. It's a short rest. A few minutes have come by. You still need a long rest, but you are conscious and can get up and, have breakfast at least. You're able to do those things if you need it. Okay, so
I'm
the
in
Hillmaster...
the corner going, ha, ha, ho, ooh, as I return my hearing.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
So I tune in about now. I'm assuming this is just what humans do with their dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Hillmaster continues. This is a dragon engine. It has run for hundreds of years. Any other kind of engine, it would be broken by now, and the town above would be gone. But Dust Hill perseveres because of our eternal watch on this room.
Can I roll investigation and look at the dragon engine closer? Because it's just this device on the thing, or is it the whole funnel thing?
So the engine is separate from the water pump.
Okay, I want to look.
But the engine powers the water pump.
I want to look.
So yeah, roll your check and I'll explain.
18. Hold on. 21.
Okay, so the dragon engine is obsidian, and you can see a reflection in it. It doesn't appear to currently be operating.
Okay.
It has a little choke thing, not choke, but a pull start on it, and it's literally the smallest engine you've seen, based on the very few ones you've seen in vehicles and things of that nature. about 5 inches by 5 inches, 5 cubic inches, basically.
Okay.
It's tiny.
Okay.
And this little thing has been powering this giant water pump, it seems like, if it's to be believed. There isn't anything about it that looks unusual apart from the material it's made with. It's reflective. It almost looks like glass. And you almost wouldn't believe that something made of a kind of obsidian, like any kind of glass, wouldn't just break because you don't make engines out of glass. But it's not translucent. It's reflective.
Okay.
Yeah, apart from that, there isn't really anything you can glean from it other than as you approach and put your hand closer to it, that feeling you get when you cast magical spells, feeling in your veins and in your tumors and in your eye, you feel this intensity in those places as you put your hand close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and just, like your bloodstream is kind of screaming, but subtly, just like just all in your body.
And I say, "This is very strange. We need to be careful in here."
I'll turn to Dharma and be like, so you previous group didn't come down here to steal the engine. You just wanted to know how it worked?
We didn't know we didn't know there was an engine down here to begin with. We came down here to kill the Hillmaster. This man is a criminal. He's a charlatan, and everything we've learned here today doesn't change any of that.
How has he wronged you? If you don't mind me asking, what's the worst thing he's done to you?
He keeps all the food for himself. He's a little pervert, and he takes little beings and has his ways with them.
Wait.
He does what he wants. He doesn't have any consequences to any of his actions.
He must procreate. Look at all the hill masters who have descended from other small relations.
Who are these?
Oh wait, I'm not doing Scottish, am I? This is Dharma. Oops.
I don't know what that is. But can you when you say that he has relationships with all the little creatures, what are we talking about? Just like Softhead?
Well, there were those before Softhead. There were people's daughters, people's sons.
Ugh. This guy's a creep.
He takes who he wants for himself.
Can I do insight to see if that's the truth? I'm gonna keep doing insight.
So insight doesn't tell you if it's the truth. Insight will tell you if there's anything to learn through his body language.
Oh, well then never mind.
So if you have a reason to disbelieve him, you should use it. But I just want to preempt every single conversation we have with every single character, you having to roll an insight check every single time.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
Some
you
DM
don't have to do it
kicking
every time. But you can hear. This isn't to discourage you. It's just to, But yeah, he's the Hillmaster has to die.
He does lack the strength for so many mates.
The Hillmaster looks around and says, "You cannot kill me. I am protected. I am protected, and I must procreate. It is true.
Wait,
So I'm looking for a mate.
protected by what?
I'm protected by my ancestors.
How?
They are here with me now.
Bullshit.
Even now they are watching. They are watching all around," and he points to all the skulls. They are here right now. And what you do in here, they might not like it if you hurt me.
All right, how about this?
Yeah.
Dharma, and if Thomas ever wakes up, we need your help because clearly there is someone shooting at us out there, and we need to stop that person from taking the engine. Now, what if we give the Hillmaster to you for your help? We leave him alive now. We don't kill him here, but we give him to the town for justice after this quest is complete.
He nods his head in agreement, and then he goes back to looking at Holga and says, "Right now, all I care about is the friends I've lost today. So bring him up, arrest him. You are the Hillguard now. I am just a sad old man." And he just returns there. So I think Dharma's pretty much, just he's very sad about Holga. You get the impression it was his partner that just died.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right. I'm
So
gonna wipe
you're
a few tears from my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have rope or anything? I think I have some rope in my travel pack.
Dharma, I got one more question for you. How is it that you got in here?
You're asking Dharma?
Yeah.
I thought Dharma
We
was.
found the secret.
Oh no,
We found the secret passage in the back of the tent, and we came down here. That's how we got in here.
We
We
were
found the
led
key.
to believe, and I glared down at the Hillmaster, perhaps theatrically, that there was a ritual and process to get through the secret passage. Is that correct?
Dharma says, "Well, it weren't me that opened the door." Oh, sorry, that's not Scottish. I didn't. It wasn't me that opened the door. I just came in.
Who opened the door?
I think it was Billy. I think,
Well,
yeah, that's right.
shit.
It was Billy that opened the door. He made that arrangement.
All right, I'm gonna slightly crack the door, just ever so slightly,
Hold on.
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell through it.
It's not very slight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Softhead, is that you?
You hear nothing in response, but your voice echoing back to you down the pit.
You.
Softhead, we got the Hillmaster. You can come out. It's taken care of.
You hear nothing, and with your dark vision, you see nothing.
Can I do a thing to flush him out? I don't know how this works actually in the rules. So Bo, you'll tell me if this is wrong. But if I know what general direction the shooting was coming from, can I cast one of my spells without it being an encounter, and just
yes,
to create a scuffle?
you can.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to send. Hold on, let me get back over here. I would like to send a firebolt in that direction and not aim at anyone in particular. Just aim at the wall above where we think the shooter is.
Okay.
Just to
so,
sort of
so the shooter
freak
is
him
down
out.
the corridor on level ground with you guys. He's not up or down.
Okay.
But if you want to fling it, firebolt down the hall, you can do that.
I want to do that. I basically want to try to flush him out and have him surrender.
All right. And how do you fling? Do you fling with 2 fingers, with your hand?
I use my right hand for these, and my eye turns bright red as I do this. Hope sort of looks at me like, what the crap?
It's red again.
Yeah.
It's red again.
It's
Nash.
red again, and I say, that's it. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm flushing that bastard out. And I roll it. I get a 10. Hold on.
You don't need to roll for this guy, though.
Oh, I don't have to roll for it, do I?
No.
Okay.
No. So you fire the firebolt down the hall, and as it travels, it illuminates the area
Yeah.
that it is, and
Yeah.
the range is 120 feet. So you fling it all the way down, back down to the beginning of the corridor,
Okay.
and you see nothing. Nothing except for you see Billy, you see the big battle axe that came down and swung and nailed you guys earlier. You see the holes that you still don't know what they're for, and then it sort of poof. It goes poof once it reaches there.
Okay.
You
And
don't
then
see anybody.
My eye goes dim, and I go, damn it.
All right.
I was trying.
I look over at Varel and I say, I think this might be a case of Operation Meat Shield, and I point over to the Hillmaster and then point to the door.
I don't follow.
I am but a poor lizard man. Explain.
Pick him up and hold him in front of you to block any bullets that might come through the door.
Oh.
And the ghosts that awaken when I touch the Hillmaster in his protected place.
There aren't going to be any ghosts.
Oh, fine then.
While they're doing this, I started to repair the well so that it's working when we leave.
Okay, so are you going to repair the well first, or are you leaving first? It sounds like everyone's
We
leaving.
should probably repair the well first. That's what we came down to do.
Yeah, the people up there are going to die if we don't.
Okay, so so the first thing you do is the door still open or no?
The what?
Just needs to know. Are you closing the door again, or
Oh, is it open or John opened it?
so let's do a. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was moving on before I got the answer to the last thing I asked.
It would have probably been open if you fired a fireball through it, unless you closed it again.
I didn't close it. I threw the fireball through. I watched the kind of lights dance around, and we saw nothing. So it's still
Okay.
open. Door's still open.
So so now you go to make repairs to the well. So that's Hope's province of expertise, I would say. We should give you like a skill in that for like vehicle repair, since that's your character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of should do that. So we're gonna do that, everyone. Since she's the mechanic, but she's playing a road warrior, you're gonna add in your other notes. We're gonna give you a +2 to piloting. You're skilled. Sorry, not +2, but you're skilled in piloting and vehicle repair. I meant to do that like before the show started. But we started pretty quick, but I think that makes sense for your character. Before we get underway, this is going to count as a short rest, which means, Varel, you're back up to fighting ability. You can roll hit dice to regain hit dice. So everyone can take a short rest before leaving.
Actually, how does that work? Because like Kristen has second wind, so she does an actual ability as a fighter, but as a barbarian, I don't have anything short rest.
Everyone has the ability to roll their hit dice for short rest. You expend them. So right now you have 1d8 worth of hit dice, so you can expend a hit dice to roll it and gain that many hit points if you're missing them. On a long rest, you gain hit dice equal to half your level. So if you're level 10 and you've used all 10 of your hit dice on short rest, when you take a long rest, you can get 5 hit dice back. You can't take more than 1 long rest per day, so that prevents you from maxing out your hit dice if you expended a lot, but still, you get hit dice back.
Gotcha.
So anyone else needs HP, then they can roll hit. Yeah.
Slick.
Sorry, what ability would piloting, and is that Dex?
So yeah, let's go piloting Dex, vehicle repair, wisdom.
Cool.
All right. So you roll a vehicle repair roll.
Oh, right.
Is anyone assisting her?
Yeah, do you need any help?
Repair?
You need any
that's I come over and I say, now, Hope, I'm gonna assume you being a mechanic and all, you're quite skilled at this, but I just want you to know that I have every faith in your ability. And that's my second inspire. You get a D6 inspiration dice.
Nice. I'll use that.
I'm guarding the Hillmaster.
So 22.
Okay, 22. All right. So you do an assessment of the repairs and you realize it's probably going to take not too long, because it looks like basically the fan belt was removed. The longest part was figuring out how to start the engine that was there, and that took a bit of coaxing out of the Hillmaster. He wants to help fix Dust Hill, but he doesn't want to give up the secrets of the room very easily. But so basically you pull the choke. That's the sound. And once the engine takes, it starts to slow rumble, and the black obsidian glass starts to glow bright red.
Blight wed.
I don't want it glowing with blight.
It starts to glow orange, then red, and it's beautiful. Except once it starts to turn yellow, you have to look away. It's too bright. And the room all of a sudden becomes intensely hot. Everyone is sweating profusely. Within seconds, the room is hot, and the engine's going. It runs pretty loudly. It's like, and the whole small room is just like, it's kind of deafening. You can't hear each other, like being in a loud nightclub or something like that. Very, very loud. And but one thing you notice is that all the machinery starts shaking and working, but one of the gauges that's going to tell you what the water pressure's like is completely out. It's not taking, and so there's no water coming up through the pipe, even though the engine is on. So after a few minutes looking everything over and trying to double check what's there, is that you fix the thing, but there's still no water coming up.
Huh.
So she's done everything she know. I mean, she successfully fixed it. There's just no water going up.
Yeah.
It's not like she failed at this. It's just something else is wrong.
Yeah. So the Hillmaster motions to you like to turn off the dragon. You can't hear each other, but he's like, turn off the engine. So you turn it off, and he says, it looks like maybe something else might have broken as a result of the old Hillguard sabotage. and so I'm thinking perhaps we have to descend below in order to take a look at what is going on.
Descend below.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
And so he says, basically what I think it is, I've only been told this by my forefathers, but I think we have to go check the intake down below. And he goes to the corner, a corner of the room, and brushes off some of like the bones that are sort of piled in the corner, and you see a trapdoor there. And he sits down by the trapdoor and he points and he's like, "You guys will have to go down and fix the intake down there to get the water running again at the bottom. There are tools down there. Our forefathers left things down there, so you don't need to bring anything from up here, but you'll need to go down to fix the intake."
Okay.
Dharma,
Well, we'll be
can we
bringing
leave
you
you
with
up here?
us.
Oh yes.
I cannot. It takes about 60 minutes to descend the stairwell down there. I cannot, with my broken leg, I cannot make it down the stairwell. You'll have to go without me.
Is it just a stairwell, or is there some other door we have to go through?
It is a stairwell that leads several miles below the surface where the water is. I've never been down there myself.
Oh shit!
So I don't know what is down there, but I've just been told it was passed on from my fathers.
Can we expect more traps down there?
Well, there is one trap actually. there is a trap down here, and I will tell you the solution. Do you have some kind of a writing thing? Can you write this down?
Wayne, I think he's
I
lying.
have a very good memory.
I think he's lying because he says he's never been down there. How does he know there's a trap down there?
Because his forefathers told him.
They told him about those poison darts.
All right.
So he reaches, goes into his pockets and he's like, "Actually, you don't need to write it down. I have it written down. So maybe if you do not trust me right now with the traps, because I admit maybe I made some mistakes, but here's a piece of paper with the solution on it." And he sort of looks through his things and unfurls a scroll, and it has like a skull on it, pointing to the the right eye of the skull, and the writing in there there's no writing, it's glyphics, it's like pictures.
Yeah.
To lift up the eye, and there's a little controller in there, and you have to go up, down, left, right, up, and then click it.
It's familiar somehow. It's the Konami code. Can I tell them that? I've heard tale of an ancient script that said you could get extra lives on an ancient playing device. It was called the Konami code.
Everybody just stares at Nash very blankly.
So with that, Dharma looks at you guys and says, "Well, if you're going to go down there, I'm going to go back to the surface with my wife, and I'm going to bury her. I have to go." And,
Dharma, I understand your desire to go take care of this, but I do think that the Hillmaster is going to be a bit of a burden on us if we take him with us. Is there any chance I could convince you to watch him here while we go below?
And watch the door. We don't want you shot if you leave. Close that door. Keep it closed. Make sure no one gets in, and we can escort you up top.
And he looks and he says, "All right, I'll do this last one for the Hill Guard." Very good. Fine. And so he goes to sit back down, and he's just still holding his dead wife.
What a great
Thomas
sacrifice.
at this point has started moving a little bit. You see that he's not dead. The guy who just fell flat on his face.
Yeah.
So he's not quite conscious yet, but he's sleeping. He's sleeping his fall off.
Can we get a weapon back to Dharma, and maybe one if he feels so inclined to share with Thomas when he comes around?
Okay. Yeah. You give him the gun.
Totally. And I'll shut the door.
Yeah.
Wait, is the door shut?
All right. So on that note, I think what we're gonna do, I think this is a good time to take a break.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we'll descend even further into the dungeon.